You would think that all like primates would love Dora the Explorer, but then it crossed my mind. Oh, Ben in this movie is a chimp, and Boots is obviously a monkey. So those are two completely different primates. So it's understandable what he does in this movie when he sees, Dora on the television. I completely understand that. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daniel Strong from QuickTime Reactions, and yes, if you could not tell by my intro, I went to go see a mystery movie tonight, and it was a horror mystery movie, and I could already tell just by the rating and the runtime, I knew exactly what this movie was going to be, and it is, of course, Primate. This was directed by Johannes Roberts and was also written by him as well as Ernest Ryra. I'm so sorry if I butchered that last name horribly. This stars Johnny Sequoia, Jessica Alexander, Troy Kotzer. Again, I hope I'm pronouncing that last name correctly. Victoria Wyant, Gia Hunter, Miguel Torres Umba, as well as a whole host of others in this movie. And it tells the story about a family, Lucy and her daughter, Erin, her sister, Erin, and their dad. They live in a nice beach house on Hawaii, but they also have a very unique pet. They have a chimp named Ben, and he's able to communicate not only through sign language, but through also a special tablet. However, something happens to Ben that causes him to go a bit feral. And so our gang has to fend for their lives against a rabid chimp. Now, I've been seeing this all sorts of previews. Whenever I go see a horror movie, this is one of the trailers that I see most often. I think I saw one comment somewhere. It was like, finally, once this movie's released, we can just stop seeing this trailer. It was very similar to the American version of Speak No Evil that came out a little while ago, where it was like you just saw that trailer constantly. And it was kind of a similar feeling with this one. I had interested in seeing this movie mainly because it was January. It's not like a lot of like big blockbuster movies are going to come out in January. But then I started seeing the critical response on Rotten Tomato. Last I checked, it was at 92%. Granted, it was only 25 reviews, but 92% critic rating? Really? And now having watched it, do I think it's as good as 92%? No, I don't think it's as good as 92%. I would say maybe mid to high 80s. Like, I had a fun time with this movie. Like, this movie is good, but it's not like that good. Like, this is essentially, if you think of like any of the Halloween movies where it's like, there's a killer loose about a house, whether it, and I guess you could say that for like all sorts of slasher movies, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, so on and so forth. But more so Halloween, because there are these like really cool POV shots that we get from time to time in this movie. That's why I reference Halloween. And also the horror movie that Fede Alvarez did, Don't Breathe, as well. It's kind of like a combination of those two movies, but instead the killer is a chimp. That is essentially what this movie is. I don't think that this is going to be like anything more than that. But, it's still a very fun and unique premise to it. The writing in this is actually really good. Johans and Ernest, I thought, did a really good job of conveying this friend group that they have, as well as giving a little bit of an arc for the family element in the movie as well. Cinematographer Stephen Murphy, I thought, did a really good job of shooting this. Lots of really cool camera moves that happen in this. Like I said multiple times in this movie, where there's POV shots, and it was really, really effective, as well as just really cool camera movements for certain actions in the movie, which I thought were really, really cool. The score by Adrian Johnston is really good. Really, really good. And here again, it's like another one of those things where it kind of reminds me of the original Halloween movies, where it's very synthy and it's very like Carpenter-esque, and it was really effective, really well used throughout the movie as well. But the thing about this movie that surprised me the most was the gore. The gore in this far surpassed my expectations. Like, I don't know what I was expecting going into a movie like this, but it certainly wasn't the stuff that I saw on screen. Like in the first 10 minutes alone, there was already more gore than I was expecting there to be. And there were a couple of really good and brutal kills in this movie, and the effects looked really, really good. Whether it be, I hope it was a combination of practical and CG, but the effects looked really, really good, and it was very unique, very creative, especially on a couple of them. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, because I think you should really witness those with a theater of people. But yeah, the kills in this are absolutely amazing. And maybe that's why the movie got such high reviews from critics, is because they weren't expecting the amount of like gore there was in this movie, which, if that gets a horror movie a higher rating, then I'm not going to complain about it. But yeah, this was an absolutely fun time. Good performances in the cast, solid direction, solid writing, but it's the kills in this movie that really, really make this movie shine. And I think, especially in the horror circles that I kind of follow, this movie might be talked about for at least a little while longer, because the kills in this are really, really good. But that's just my opinion on Primate. What did you guys think about the movie? Let me know down in the comment section below. But I think that is going to be it for me on this one, guys. Be safe out there. And if you are being chased by a chimp, make sure that if you are going to your car, if you have 2 sets of keys, you grab both sets of keys. Because you don't want that chimp to grab the spare and get in the trunk of your car, and then you're going to be, up a creek without a paddle. So just grab both sets of keys if you're thinking about driving away. That's all I'm saying. And I will catch you guys next time.